on so fast.
Hello! You're Michigan, dude. Back in Chicago. I'm back in Chicago. I feel it. Yeah, I feel it. Ripping some intervals with Benno. Sir, how we feeling? The plan continues. Yes, the plan continues.
I like you from your hair ties to your shoelace. And if it takes just a little heartache, it'll be alright. And if it takes just a really long way, it's a scenic drive. 'Cause if it's you who's down the line, well, that's alright.
What's up, you guys? I am back in Chicago. I was traveling for work this week. I was in Toronto and Atlanta, which made running during the week pretty hard, so I'm trying to get a lot of miles in this weekend. A good running tip that I received a long time ago is if you're not able to get the workouts that you intended to during the week, just make sure that you get the long run in on the weekends, because when you're marathon training and things like that, it's really important that you just get that long run in, because time on legs is the most important thing when training. So that's what I'm doing this weekend, just trying to make up for what I missed out on during the week. Not too worried, I did 20 miles this morning. It was a really good run. I got to go out with a new friend of mine, Aaron, who's gonna run Boston next weekend. He's dialed, and we had a great run. Share some videos of our experience this morning, but our splits were pretty great. We ended up doing some hill repeats over at the hill by Montrose Beach. And just a great effort. It was a lot of fun this morning. Weather in Chicago is getting nicer, so glad to be back. And we're getting after it. Come on! We got hills, we got Aaron out here. We're dialed, we're running some hills. It's the same deal. Let's go. Rambling. Let's go, Kyle! Big Kyle fans. Yes. Yeah. We love Kyle.
House of love, it cannot leave.
The Biker Boys. Oh, we're dialed. When I first got my bike, I got only on everything because I didn't want to get hit by a car. But now I look like a little bit of a dweeb. But you won't be laughing when I don't get hit by a car. So it's worth it. Alright, here are our vessels. How we feeling? Ready to go. Let's go. Action shot. Hey, buddy. It's my favorite mug. I'm not 70, I'm 18 with 52 years of experience. So I'm gonna do a quick rundown of my week, the training week that I had, but first I want to talk about a conversation I had with a friend last night. So he's just getting into running again and was asking me basically like, hey Tyler, how fast should I be running? I don't know what pace I should go out on some of these runs. So basically my advice to him, and I won't say his name, but his Xbox gamer tag growing up was Crispier9. Some of you may know him. He's an elite Fortnite player. But basically what I told him was like, hey, there's an 80-20 rule. 80% of your runs should be in zone 2. Only 20% of them should be at a higher intensity level. And this is something that's been studied a whole lot. But basically what your heart rate zones are, if you don't know what those are, there's 5 heart rate zones. So if you want to stay in zone 2, that's like 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. So to find your max heart rate, you do 220 minus your age. I'm 23 years old, so my max heart rate is 197. So the range of beats per minute that I would like to stay in for zone 2 is 118 to 137. Now that's pretty scientific, and if you don't even have a way of tracking your heart rate, then another way of measuring it is conversational pace. So if you want to go out there and run in zone 2 and you can't measure your heart rate, just try and run at a pace that is conversational, where you could maintain a conversation with a friend if they were running next to you. So the goal is not to run super fast. It's just to go super slow and kind of get the miles in, get the time on your legs, and let your body work. So get a lot of zone 2 runs in. That was my advice to him. I think it's good advice. I do a lot of it. I run a lot of my runs pretty slow, and it helps me a whole lot. So then as far as the rundown for the week goes, I'll throw a bunch of my runs up here. I ended up doing just over 50 miles, which is like half of what I did last week. It's crazy, but I just had a lot less time. I was traveling for work. I'm also traveling next week, but I did get that really good long run in yesterday, and so I'm happy with the week. Like, you're not always going to be able to run 100 miles in a week. But Big Sur, couple weeks out now, I'm tracking really well. I want to get a lot of hills in, get some stair climber action going, and I feel good. I'm really excited. So yeah, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.